Alright guys, we gotta talk about distractions because I know as a driver myself, it is so easy to get caught up in distractions, man. It is so easy. Okay, so let's talk about some distractions and what classifies as distractions. I classify distractions as something that isn't serving you or growth towards your goal. Those are distractions. So as you change, as you mature, as you're growing in your own journey in life, there's going to be times where your habits need to change, your surroundings need to change, your environment needs to change for that growth, for room for that growth. So what are the main things for us to look at as far as distractions? I have a list here and we're going to break this down. So number one, on the left side, these are our big distractions, okay? These are friends, these are family, let's use partying for an example. All you guys are truck fit drivers now, so our main priority right now is our own health. Prioritizing our own health, because we've got to lose some weight and we want to make that a huge priority. So we've got a lot of habits, a lot of things we need to change. So if we have friends that are huge partiers and every weekend they want to party, that's their life, they might not want to change. But if you want to change, we might have to get rid of these friends. Not that we don't love them, not that we don't care about them. It's they aren't serving our goal anymore. If they love you and they want to be in your life enough, they will respect your boundaries that you put in place, and they won't engage in those type of activities, hopefully. If they do and they don't respect your boundaries, it is your job to get rid of these friends. Because if they don't respect your boundaries, they're not your friends. This calls for family too. Anybody, mom, dad, cousin, brother, get rid of them. You don't need them. If possible, keeping your phone on do not disturb would help out so much, as far as just getting that that notification and you have to instantly pick up your phone, or and then once you pick up your phone, you're looking at social media, you're scrolling Facebook, Instagram, all the things. Your phone, entertainment is a huge one, because there's a lot of things that classify as entertainment. When I was driving in my first year, second year, it was routine for me, and I know this is common amongst most drivers. We get in a routine of talking to other drivers, talking to our friends, and we'll be on the phone all day, all shift. It might go 10, 14 hours and we're on the phone all day. That's why drivers always have a headset on. We're always on the phone. And what I had to find out in myself, in my own journey, was I love having conversations. I love talking to friends and old friends and catching up. But what were we talking about? Nothing, ever, hardly ever. A couple memories here and there, fun times, but it just got more routine. You just hop on the phone, you weren't talking about anything. And what I had to figure out was, this isn't serving me anymore. I want to get to this next tier of my life. I've got to set boundaries in my time. As drivers, we have limited time. We have 14-hour shifts, and then we got a 10-hour break. That's 24 hours right there. So I had to be really precise with my time, how I utilize my drive time, to try to be a student of life, trying to listen more than I talk. I had to learn that the hard way, and I hope this will help you guys in your direction of what you're trying to do in this next tier of your life. Because all this entertainment that you're seeking, this Netflix, this getting on Hulu, whatever this stuff that you're binge watching, no season of The Office or Game of Thrones, anything is going to serve anything other than short-term comfort. That's it. And I'm not saying don't watch Netflix. I'm not saying don't do those things, but have boundaries set on yourself, where if you do this for 4 or 5 hours, whatever, cut that time in a fraction, cut it in a quarter, and utilize that time to do other things that's more productive. Now that you have workouts you got to be hitting, we can't be watching 4 hours of Netflix, okay? It's not serving our goal. I'm not saying get rid of it, but I'm saying be more mindful and be aware of how much it's actually distracting you. Alcohol, I shouldn't have to talk about this. Alcohol, cigarettes, it's like, man, get rid of it. It's just, if you're drinking alcohol and you're smoking cigarettes, you're basically saying, I have anxiety in a situation that I can't be myself. I can't be authentic and be myself because something's either stressing me and I have to seek comfort and I can't handle it. And it's like, this is not a healthy way to go about that problem. Okay, you have to break down the situation. If it's about people you're around, and maybe you have to take yourself out of that situation. If it's a social thing and maybe there's something on your own character you have to work on, alcohol and cigarettes is not the answer. Clutter, this is a big one for me because with ADHD, it's nothing for me to get distracted. So what I have to do is remove things. It's not about my brain. I mean, it is. It's like, I want my brain to focus, but how can I get my brain to focus even more? I can't do anything about my brain. It is what it is. But what I can do is limit the things that take my brain off its course and off into what distracts me and removes my focus. So keep the phone on do not disturb. I try to limit my desk stuff. You know, I have sticky notes all over the place, but my mess is my mess. I like my work environment like this, but I have to limit things that will distract me. So I say clean up your workspace, clean up your trucks, because the less mess, the less stress that you'll have to think about when you see something. You're just like, oh, I forgot to do this, and oh, I did that. Keep your workspace clean. So let's go to the friendly side of distractions. Let's look at some healthy alternatives. So on here, number one is have a list. Have a list. So like with my guys that I assign workouts, boom, you already know, hey, here's priority. I gotta hit these workouts this week. If I have 3-4 workouts, whatever I need to do, that is numero uno. Need to make sure that's done. Meal prep, need to make sure that's done. Make a to-do list. That way you don't have to think. All you have to do is look at the list and say, do I have this done? No, I need to do this. That is a big one. Podcast, audiobooks. Try to be looking and seeking education. You know, we're not in school anymore, so we don't have these things pushed on us. No one cares what we learn anymore. But if you want to get to this next tier of your life and you want to be something more than, you know, a cent per mile driver and only get paid for what you sit in the truck and move the semi, you've got to develop a skill. So we've got to learn to be a student, but now we can niche down to what we actually want to learn. There's so much education out there. There's so many mentors out there that can help you in the fields, but we've got to be we got to say, hey, I don't know something and I would like to learn something. I don't want you to have, most drivers have this fixed mindset about their life. They think, hey, I'm in a truck, I'm making $75,000. I don't really like it, but life's life. And it's like, it's really not. If you really, really care about yourself, it's your obligation to make sure you get what you want out of life, because nothing is coming to you. You have to seek it, okay? You have to chase it. So learn to be a student, learn to listen more than you talk. Self-check-ins is being honest with yourself, like calling yourself out on your own BS, because if you don't call yourself out and if you can't put pressure on yourself, no one's gonna put pressure on you. You know, I tell my guys this all the time. It's like, I can assign your workouts, I can give you the perfect workout, perfect meal plan, but I can't eat your meals for you and I can't do your push-ups for you. It's like, you got to call yourself out. You got to put in the work. Poor self-talk. The things you believe will determine the quality of your life. So if you want a good quality of life, if you want to be confident, you have to speak to yourself in a confidence manner. That's it that I have for the board. I hope this list of distractions and like the healthy side over here, what we want to push towards, has helped you understand, you know, when it comes to friends, family, entertainment, all these things that we seek, these are so easy. These are so easy to do. You never have to think about, hey, do I want to watch another show? No, but when it comes to going to the gym and stuff like that, you know, these are the hard things. These are the reasons why this isn't normal for people to be on this side, you know, is because it's easy to hit the easy button. It's hard to push yourself to do the hard things. If you don't separate yourself from these distractions will pull you away from your goals and the quality of life that you want to live. I hope these distractions list has helped you out, and I will see you on the next one.